This love song is so pure and bitter at the same time that I need to make sure it's exactly in tune. Just was.
Jessie's girl.
Jessie is a friend. Yeah, you know he's been a good friend of mine. But lately something's changed and ain't hard to find. Jesse's got himself a girl, and I wanna make her mine. And she's watching him with those eyes. And she's loving him with that body, I just know it. And he's holding her in his arms, late at night. You know, I wish that I had Jesse's girl. Jesse's girl. Where can I find her? A woman like that. Play along with the charade. Doesn't seem to be any reason to change. You know, I feel so dirty when they start talking cute. Wanna tell her that I love her, but the point is broken mood. And she's watching him with those eyes. And she's loving him with that body, I just know it. And he's holding her in his arms, late at night. You know, I wish that I had Jesse's girl. Jesse's girl. Where can I find her? A woman like that. So in 1984, my crazy Aunt Catherine took me to see Rick Springfield at the Concord Pavilion in Concord, California. It was my first big rock show. It was my birthday. I was 12. True story. And on the way to the show, we had to stop at a biker bar in East Palo Alto to visit my Uncle Robert, who's a member of the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club. True story. In retrospect, I think that my aunt just needed to score some weed, because when I was a kid, she was my crazy Aunt Catherine. But when I was in high school, she was my cool Aunt Catherine. True story. And we pulled into the parking lot of the biker bar, and my Uncle Robert came over to the passenger side of my aunt's 1975 Toyota Tercel, and I rolled the passenger side window down, and he said, "Hey, Matt, I hear you're going to a rock concert." And I said, "Yes, sir." And he said, "Who are you going to see?" And I said, "Rick Springfield, sir." And he punched me right in the face. Metaphorical, true story. And then we went to the show, and it was awesome. And Rick did a song about his dad on the piano, and he cried, and it was awesome. And right before that, he did that song, "Bop Till You Drop," in the hot city, people working day and night. And he had a bunch of girls dressed up like robots, wearing robot costumes and steel girders and fireworks. And actually, the more I think about that now, I don't think that really happened at all. I think that was the video that was on MTV at the time. But that's how I remember it. So, true story. But when that song was over, the lights went black. And when they came on again, Rick was sitting at a grand piano by himself, wearing a cardigan and reading glasses, singing a song for his father and weeping openly. True story. It was awesome. And I was the only boy there. Awesome. And that guy, Corey Hart, that was supposed to do that song, he was supposed to do that song if he had been there, that goes, "I wear my sunglasses at night so I can. He was supposed to open the show, but he got sick. It was awesome. True story. And after the show, what I really wanted more than anything else was a t-shirt, because it was my first big rock show and I wanted something to remember it by. And my crazy Aunt Catherine took me over to the booth where they were selling t-shirts, and all they had were pink tank tops. And I was already getting beat up a lot in junior high, and I thought, you know what? The way to fix that's probably not going to be to show up Monday morning with a pink tank top on that says Rick Springfield on it, puffy blue letters. I think I was right. I got beat up anyway. True story. But I'd like to think that if Rick were here, and I don't know if you guys know the history of this land right here. I mean the land, like, not just the earth underneath all of this. I don't know if you know the really ancient history of this, but in the 1600s, Rick Springfield lived on this land. And he was the chief of a great tribe that lived here. They were called the Georgians. And Rick was their chief. And he swore with his last dying breath in 1624 that this town would always be known as Georgetown, and that there would always be trees and beautiful grass and flowing rivers and wonderful decks overlooking those rivers and a trampoline without the little guard thing that goes around it. And that's what he said, and he invented this town, and I don't know if you guys know that, but his spirit is here, but also physically his ashes they're in the soil. They're all spread around here in Georgetown, specifically on this plot of land, but this was his address. He lived at 108 River Road, so if you look at the records, you can go to City Hall and get the records for 1624, Rick Springfield, chief of the Georgians, 108 River Road. So, as much as I'd like to believe that Rick is still alive and out there, I do believe that metaphysically he's inside in each and every one of us, and I also think that physically, if you've ever breathed the air right here at 108 River Road, you've got a little bit of Rick inside of you. And I'd like you to focus on that part inside of you deep down that's Rick. And when you find yourself in times of trouble, I'd like you to turn inward and ask Rick for help. Because whatever God that we all believe in, there's many different gods that people believe in, and billions and billions of people believe in, at least 4 or 5 different deities, but all those gods are very busy and they don't have time for you. And Rick has a lot of free time. So it's just a time management thing. I'm just saying, if you find yourself in those times of trouble, ask Rick for help. He's pretty easygoing. But I like to think that if he was here right now and still alive, that this is exactly how he would do the bridge. So I'm looking in the mirror all the time, wondering what she don't see in me. 'Cause I've been funny, I've been cool with the line signs. Ain't that the way love's supposed to be? Like that, like Jessie's girl. Jessie's girl. Where can I find her? A woman